Man, it's money talk, man. It's money
Loopy
talk,
101, man.
Yeah, my boy got some great insight for you people, man.
2018, man. You gotta live by the 4 F's: family, finance, fitness, and fuck out my face. You heard? Fuck out of here.
Hey yo, so how does credit thing work, man? How you get that shit right, man?
Listen, the game is to be sold, not to be told. But especially us, because we black, we gotta prioritize our money, man. And the first way to figure that out, if you managing your money right, or if you're not managing your money right, the first way to gauge that is how you feed yourself. So just say, for example, the primary thing the human being got to do no matter what is eat as a human being. So it don't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, wherever you come from, you got to eat, and you got to eat 3 times a day for the most part. So if you budget in properly and managing your meals, doing meal planning, grocery planning, cooking more, eating out less, stuff like that, then you're on the right path, because that's where it starts at. But if you find that in a 7-day week you eating out more than you cooking, 9 times out of 10 you're not budgeting your food meal planning part of your finances properly. And if you're not, then 9 times out of 10 you're not managing no other aspect of your finances either. You know what I'm saying? So it start there. Black people, we got the highest rate of diabetes, heart disease, different liver and stomach related cancers and things of that sort. So one of our main priorities as people of color, melanated people, is to really, really watch the things we consume and eat cleaner, healthier, cook our own food. So start there. That's step 1. You know what I'm saying? The financial budgeting, money management, meal planning is number 1 on the list. So start meal planning. If you're in a household of 6 people, you want to make sure you only cooking for 6 people, not cooking for 15 people when you only got 6 people in the house, and then food is getting wasted or ending up spoiling, going to the trash, stuff like that. You want to proportion your food to where you're not under eating, of course, but not overeating either. And right there, you could probably pull in a month about $300 extra. Now I don't know about everybody, but most people car note is $199 or $250. So just in watching how you cook and eat, you could be saving the same amount of money you pay on your car note. So instead of pulling money from your paycheck for your car note, you're actually pulling money from your eating habits for your car note. So that's one bill, right there, one expense right there. Or it could be electric bill or cable or whatever other expense. And, if you travel, you want to be conscious of your gas intake. You want to make sure that if you're traveling a lot, you're not traveling excessively unnecessarily. So, focusing on doing more home-based activities or local activities. Just say if your favorite club is 50 miles away or your favorite restaurant is 50 miles away. Start seeking out things that's a little bit more accessible in the area you actually reside and reduce your gas costs. Because rather people notice that or not, gas prices constantly fluctuating. They fluctuate so much that if you're not paying attention to that, you just get gas every day. You're not even paying attention to that. It went up 75 cents. So usually our people specifically never even take in consideration the fluctuation in gas prices until it's on CNN or until it's on Fox, until the news is talking about it. That's when we actually realize that, oh shit, it's up $3 or it's up $4 when it's been climbing up for weeks and months. But we've been excessively and not really paying attention to things like that. So staying local, doing group activities, save a lot of money. And, economizing, driving one car instead of driving 2, So that's another way. But the list go on, And like I said, the game is to be sold, not to be told. And this is a good way to always, I'm going to end it with this. We're going to always gauge your progress or your regress. You got 2 type of people in this world. You got hoes and you got hustlers. A hoe do a lot for a little, but a hustler do a very little for a whole lot. So if you ever find yourself feeling like you're doing too much and the reward is not big enough, Stop being a hoe. That's hoe shit, man. Stand on your own too, do your shit, man. On some Sean Carter shit, but real shit. But you'll know when you're hustling because your workload will feel like it's decreasing and your income will increase. That's Loopy 101. Facts. New Year's. Happy New Year's, everybody. How you turn this shit off?
Get your money right.
Right. When you post it, you gotta say that you don't own the rights to this music.
Who? Why? It's not gonna.
Yeah, it won't. I'm not good with this camera. Shit.
Man, come on, man. We live again, man. It's money talk. It's real deep conversations with my boy, yo, Frank Lupo, man. This the conversations we supposed to be having, man.
First, I want to say this. I'm not an expert. I'm a student at life. I'm a student. Before somebody put me on, I ain't know. So I'm not speaking from some hierarchy level of somebody that got it all the way together. I actually just got my credit and finances together about 2 years ago, and so I'm just only sharing the information that was shared with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna proclaim to be no specialist or nothing like that. I made every financial mistake possible that you could think of, and eating out every day, living at the diner. The people at the diner know my name, my first name. People at Applebee's and Fridays knowing me, knowing exactly what I'm ordering when I walk in there. Just bleeding money, man, like a bucket with a hole in it. I got a son now. My son was born 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at a lot of stuff different, but I figure the best way to explain that to people that's not educated in finance, the first way to make it actually seem and appear real to a person is to look at food. Not, it's easier to convince people to listen when you're dealing with necessity, not luxury. Everybody don't want a Maserati. Everybody don't want to go to Costa Rica. Everybody don't care about that. Everybody don't care about driving a motorcycle or nothing like that. But we all have to eat, and that's the primary place to start when it comes to managing your money and budgeting your money.
Hold on, bro. Not to cut you off, but I need you to explain to the people how important that credit is.
Well, credit is necessary. It's real simple. This is the same thing I tell everybody I care about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you the same thing I would tell anybody I care about. Devon heard this a million times. So just say, for example, you ever wonder why certain people seem like they always up? Like, no matter what. Everybody go through tragedy. Everybody got losses in the family, death, illness. The same thing that affect people that live in the mountains affect people that live in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We all still go through the same things, be it health, relatives going through stuff, whatever, babies being born, people dying. But you ever notice how certain people always seem like they always up? Like, we get up, we work hard, we get up. But then when we do take losses and fall, we usually hit the ground. When they take losses and fall, they hit a trampoline. They bounce right back. They have relationship with banks because they funds on time, twice a month, always end up in their account for over a period of time. So they have a relationship with that bank, be it a credit union, be it a state bank, whatever. So it's nothing for them to go down there, sit with a financial advisor, go over their income, go over their debt to income ratio, meaning their expenses versus their income, and pull a loan. They could pull 10 grand and have a $250 payment a month until they get back on their feet. So just say they had to bury a relative that didn't have life insurance, so they down $6,000 for a funeral, and that's affecting their bills and they day-to-day living. They can go down to their bank, sit down with one of the representatives there, pull 10 grand, 15 grand, 7,500, whatever, get a monthly payment. Because once the bank determine that you do have that available money in your budget, even if your credit score is not ideal, they still can recognize that you have the means to pay that monthly payment. Banks make money off interest, so it's in their best interest to give money away and charge dividends on that money that they give away. Most banks is federally insured, so even if you fall in a hardship, don't pay them back. I'm not sure if you're aware, but if you ever heard of like the Wall Street bailouts and the government bailing out all these different banks. If a bank is federally insured, even if you don't pay them that money back, the federal government gonna cut them a check for that money. So if they get the money back from you, cool. If they don't, they still getting that money back. So they're not taking a loss. It's in their best interest to give money away and charge exuberant amounts of interest on that money. So just say if you're on a 6-year loan, $250 a month, and you make about a year worth of those payments, and then you get incarcerated, God forbid. You know, we never wish jail on nobody. But just say, for example, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It happened to me before. So, and now nobody's there to pay that monthly payment. So that hits your credit. Bam. It doesn't hurt that bank. It hurts you for life if you don't deal with it accordingly. But that bank is not affected. So have a good relationship with a bank. You know, most people, the reason for not getting direct deposit is because they don't have a relationship with a bank, or they have bad experience with banks, or they owe banks, and they worry that if their money go directly into a bank, another bank that they had in the past will try to, you know, get to that money. Which I've seen it happen, but it's not common. But build a relationship. Build a relationship with a bank. If you owe money, pay it back. You know, always, you know, never burn bridges, build them. All right, I'm gonna leave it on that note, man. If you ain't got nothing,
yo,
no more questions.
It's Loop on D-Day, man. It's money talk, yo. It's a real nigga conversation, man. Yeah. It's a real conversation, man.
2018, man. The 4 F's, man. Family, fitness, finance. The fuck out my face if it ain't about the other F's.
Indeed.
Word up.